Hello and welcome. Today we shall be making Ruby Rose from the show RWBY. I don't know why I said that so weird, but anyways, I'm super excited to do this because I'm a fan of RWBY. I think it's an awesome show. Some of the volumes I like more than others, but nonetheless, I do enjoy the show a lot, and I love the universe, and I love the characters. The characters are just so easy to fall in love with. So Ruby Rose is the most popular character in the show for good reason. So let's go ahead and break her down. That sounds weird. Let's break down her character in RPG terms. Okay, let's do it. So attributes. We have our standard attributes listed here. We have charisma, constitution, strength, wisdom, dexterity, and intelligence. It's hard to pick and choose which of these fits as being like Ruby's top and best. I mean, her semblance deals with speed, and she is very fast and nimble. So I feel like dexterity has to be up there pretty highly. She's very charismatic. She's a good team leader. So I feel like having that around number 2 would be pretty good. She has pretty good wisdom. She's definitely not stupid. So, we want her to have some intelligence. I think her constitution, I mean, she can take a hit, I'm sure, but I think her constitution is going to have to be the one that's at the bottom. We're going to have intelligence. Let's see, is she more intelligent or more wise? I think she seeks wisdom a lot when it comes to Ozpin and Maria, so we're going to say that wisdom is something that she needs a little bit more of. So we're going to say that she's fairly intelligent. She needs some strength, though, to be able to do what she does, but she's definitely not Yang. She's not as known for her strength. So I think something like this could work. I could see you switching around strength and intelligence, so do that as you may. I think that's how the expression goes. Anyways, for weapons, she loves her baby Crescent Rose, her scythe, her sniper scythe. So we're going to say that, of course, she's proficient with scythes. There's no other way about it. You could add in that she's proficient with guns, just because she has a sniper rifle attached to her scythe, so that makes sense. But, one of her weaknesses, which, we'll just drop this down here, but she's not very great at hand-to-hand combat. Now, of course, she works on this throughout the series a bit, but I think it's interesting to have weaknesses for your character, so we're going to put hand-to-hand combat. We're going to put, she's a little bit weaker against human foes, and she relies on Crescent Rose. So those are her main weaknesses, which I think could play an interesting role in your RPG. For her skills, anything that deals with survival, sight, she has the silver eyes, so anything perception based could work out pretty well. She made Crescent Rose, so I think that some sort of crafting ability, like weapon building, anything like that would do really well here. Things involving nature, I think, do really well, and anything that's based on history that involve Grimm or monsters, that is a definite, because she wants to be a hero, and so she of course studies the Grimm and figures out how to slay them very easily. Things like animal handling and tracking, I think also work here, so we're going to throw those down. For abilities, we're going to have, it has to be, so she has her speed semblance, which we learn is a little bit more than just speed, of course. They also call it pedal burst. So you have that. You can also use some sort of teleportation abilities, could fit with this. Definitely need something that gives her a lot of quick attacks, / multiple attacks, because she can hit like a boss with that scythe. So multiple attacks. Depending on the RPG that you're using this character for, you might need to implement something that can give her some sort of ranged attacks. So something to do with that. That would be, of course, with Crimson Rose. Or Crescent Rose, my bad. So let me fix that. Crescent Rose. And let's see, is there anything else that comes to mind? Something that goes with Silver Eyes, like some sort of way to, potentially, Silver Eyes, rather. Some way to potentially take out the enemies, depending on what type of enemies you're facing. But she can't completely control it yet, so it's important to keep that in mind. As far as class goes, I think it's pretty obvious that she fits the Ranger class best. Something that involves some nature components, but also some physical fighting capabilities. Depending on the RPG you're playing, you might need strength higher to wield your scythe well. However, I would suggest talking to your game master and figuring out if there's some sort of compromise you can do, because I do think that dexterity represents RWBY more. As far as characteristics go, I you know, obviously she fits in as a human, so I would go with that. And let's see what else we got for her. Yeah, I don't know, that's about it. I mean, she's a human. I don't think she's super tall. So yeah, we'll go with just the human trait there. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that is a good foundation for building Ruby Rose from RWBY. So be sure to leave a comment about which characters you'd like to see me make next for your RPG, and I'll be sure to lay those out for you. Thank you so much. Give a like, comment, subscribe, and stay awesome.
Guess I have no choice. It's time to save the world.